I think I've actually found exactly what I wish I'd had when I went into business around 2017, 2018. It's a way of actually starting a online business for no money down with relative ease in terms of setting everything up and then just putting in a few hours a day. So how have I managed to get to this and how could you get involved? Basically, I was thinking of I was wanting to do a new course. I wanted to film something new because the courses that I have available at the moment, it's been a while. I wanted something fresh. You know, it's like being ADHD. We need something new and novel. So I was there trying to plan out a fancy course all about the whole production process. And I was going through it and I thought, fuck me. I feel overwhelmed just trying to put this amount of information down into a structure, never mind actually recording the course and all of that. And I thought, if I feel that overwhelmed trying to create this course, how overwhelmed are the people going to be trying to take it in? I thought, how could I have more impact? What if I just created a course around how to get started? Because I totally take for granted all of the information and knowledge that I have taken in since 2017, 2018, because that's what I'm like. I learn something and I assume everyone else knows it. And that is not the case. So I figured, what if I could distill just what is required to get started in the most streamlined, easy way possible? And I think I've done it. Essentially, it does require some upfront effort and the ability to teach something. But hear me out. If you are ADHD, I guarantee that you have a story to tell. You have information within your brain that nobody else has, because that's what we're like. You know the rabbit holes you go down, the things that you've learned late at night or whilst you're meant to be at work. Those are the kinds of things that other people would like to learn. And if you've gone down that rabbit hole deep enough, you can teach it far better than somebody else trying to find their way the way that you did may end up doing. So you can shortcut that learning curve for them. And that is exactly what I've done with this process that I've come up with. I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out like the best and kind of most efficient platforms that allow you to do this sort of business without big upfront cost, because I'm not a fan of those business models where it's like you pay a whole load of money, then it turns out the software is actually kind of shit. I've done that before. It fucking sucks. I don't want to have to be part of that. I have found all of the best free softwares that allow you to get started to a decent degree before ever having to pay them. And so I am saying all this because I've put this all into a course, but I'm going to run you through the process. I'm going to run you through the softwares. So if you have the technical capability to go and do this yourself, you can, because I don't want you to pay me if that's already you. If you do want to be able to do this, I'm going to be releasing this course within a few days of this video. So very shortly, there will be a link below this video to buy that course. But anyway, we get started by creating a course. We use our phone or just QuickTime, free screen share. Along with the upfront effort and being able to teach something, you do also need to have a phone or computer, but you're on YouTube, so I kind of assume that you have that level of technology already. Outside of that, everything else can actually be done for free. But we make a course using our phone or screen share. You can do slides on Canva, once again, free software, and you put that course into Payhip. Now, you've probably heard of Gumroad. Gumroad is where a lot of creators start, and they take 10% on the back end as a flat fee. You can't get away from that. So a lot of creators have moved away. Tom Nosky, for example, started on Gumroad and went to Shopify, I believe. Danco even started on Gumroad and then went to Kartra and now has moved to Standstore. But with PayHip, you're able to get started for free and they will take a 5% cut on the back end. You can upgrade your account to reduce the amount of fee that they take. So you don't actually have to move away from them later on down the line when it doesn't make sense to be giving 5% away every time. But you get to start for free. Fantastic. So we create a course in PayHip, and then we're going to need to promote the course. I prefer Instagram for this because of the automation capabilities. Now everyone goes on about ManyChat. ManyChat, you can start for free, but it's very limited. And then when you pay for it, there's a sliding scale as to how much they'll charge in terms of how many contacts you've had. And again, I'm not a fan of that business model. LinkDM, for getting started, you can send up to 1,000 DMs a month. And then when you do pay an upgrade, it's for a specific amount and there's no extra fees that are kind of hidden, essentially. Again, something that I'm not a fan of. So basically, you have this course, you put content onto Instagram, and you connect those two things together with LinkDM, all of which for free. And then in the course that I have put together, I've also shown how you set up those different types of content that you put on Instagram, from talking head reels, B-roll reels, carousels, and then stories. And for a lot of people, I know full well that they're not going to need that information because it's a free software. Anyone can go in and do it. However, I know there's also people, like my girlfriend said, she would really appreciate if somebody showed her how to set these things up in a proper way. And there's so much information out there on the internet. What I've tried to do in this course is to consolidate everything and to, like I said before, shortcut the learning curve. If you follow what I've spoken about and just do that, you can get going. And I know full well, if you're watching my videos, you're probably ADHD. You're going to want to find out how to do more advanced things, but by jump starting, you can already be making money before you even get to trying to do the advanced things. That's something that I've failed at and I don't want for you. I have gone down those rabbit holes whilst not really making any money from what I'm trying to do. I can help you make the money and then you can go down the rabbit holes. And my vision for this is that I actually help ADHD people live a life of freedom. This is the building blocks. I'm going to obviously create other courses. The stepping stone after this is that I'm going to need to teach people how to be better on camera, how to have camera confidence so they can teach their courses and then make better content. I know this, but this is the building blocks. This is the foundation. And like I said, I just want to help ADHD people like myself to not feel like I have. And if I can do that, I will have done something right. Anyway, that is what I have to say today. I'm absolutely fucking stoked to be putting this course out, and I look forward to hearing how other people receive it. And like, I really hope that I can help other people skip feeling the way that I have and skip all of the learning that I've had to do. I know you're going to go down those rabbit holes. That's fine. But if you can follow what I've found out for you in the meantime, you're going to be further on than I ever was previously. And to me, that'll make all of my mistakes and all of the crap that I've been through somewhat more worthwhile. So see this as an invitation. Like I said, this course will be out within days of this video. So there should be a link below by the time you're watching it. Go check it out. It's called Fast and Simple Profits. There'll be other links below that for the other things that I am able to offer at this present moment. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.